Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chaksaranvitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tvada Vrajantam Manupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Virahaka Taruajuhava Putri Titanmayataya Taravo Banedu Tam Sarvabhut Hridayam Monimanatosmi Bhaktya Aparadalakshay Chaptasya Kamadi Tarangamadi Kripamai Tvam Sharanam Prapadyam Brinde Namaste Sharanaravindam Tavai Vasmi Najivami Tam Vina Iti Vikyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Sharanantiki Kripaya Diyadi Radha Palita Sheshabada Kimapada Vashishtam Pushti Maryadayomi Yadi Vadati Chakinshit Smeraha Soditasi Vijavaramani Pantya Bhakti Shaktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Sakanda Sheka Smeraha Samurali Manoha Radhika Rasikamam Kripanite Swapriya Charana Kinkari Prananatha Vishabhananande Sri Mukhabjarasalola Satapada Radhika Paratale Kritastitim Tvam Bhajami Rasikendra Shekha Samvedaya Dashane Trinam Vivo Prartaye Brajamayendra Nandana Astu Mohan Tavati Bhava Janma Janmani Mari Svari Priya. First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shishiman, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shishiman, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to our grandfather gurus, Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and Shishimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates, and to all the assembled devotees, and to the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus, who are my Shikshurus, Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhava Maharaj, Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Bhan Maharaj, and Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj. And we want to introduce you all to Bhakta Michael over there. He's actually been a devotee since he was 16, living in various temples. He knows all the prayers, many of the mantras. He was even being trained to do pujari work, but then he left to develop his talent in VR, AR, and all those wonderful things that we're in need of these days. And then I want to also welcome Sureswari. She's our daughter from Canada, and she came to visit for how long? A day. Huh?
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I think, one day.
All right, so today is a very divine, auspicious 3-day festival observance of Srimad Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj, who is the Diksha Guru of our Shiksha Guru Srimad Bhakti began Bharati Goswami Maharaj. And we will be reading about him and also Sri Rasakananda Murari. It says also this. We'll speak a drop and we'll also ask Prabhu to speak about Srila Jaganntha's Babji Maharaj. So we'll start with the closest to us, the nearest to us in time. So, and this we're reading from or hearing from Srila Bhakti Balab Tirtha Goswami Maharaj's book, Sri Chaitanya and His Associates. He's also the direct Diksha disciple of Srila Bhakti Dayita Madhava Goswami Maharaj, whose disappearance day it is today. And he became the next Acharya after Srila Madhava Goswami Maharaj. So there's, especially because this section is written by his disciple, there's so many amazing pastimes about him. But unfortunately, because of time, we'll be concentrating on just 2 or 3 pastimes. And if you want to read further, you could read from here. And what's the other? Volcanic Energy. It's a white, basically, book that was spoken by Srila Bhakti began Bharati Goswami Maharaj, all about his guru, Srila Madhava Maharaj. So we're going to share a couple of pastimes here. The following event took place in 1930, while Srila Prabhupada means Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, because he is his direct disciple, when he was still present. A month-long festival was being held in Calcutta Bagh Bazaar, Gaudiya Math, for Janmashtami, that is Krishna's birthday festival. Each day a different dignitary was invited to sit in as the honorary chairman of the evening's meeting. Some students of the world-renowned scientist C.V. Raman were among those who came regularly to listen to the lectures of the Gaudiya Math saints. It's interesting how Indians all have names of Krishna or other spiritual personalities. So Raman is a name of Krishna that means that he enjoys beautiful loving pastimes with Srimati Radhika. So one day, these students came to see Srila Prabhupada and complained that every day a different distinguished person is made the honorary chairman, but their professor, whose fame was spread throughout the world, had not even been invited, what to speak of been invited for the chair. So Srila Prabhupada answered that he had no objection to having Mr. Raman be the honorary chairman one evening. So he asked Srila Gurudev to take charge of inviting him. Srila Gurudev means because this is written by Srila Bhakti, this whole book is written by Srila Bhakti Balab Tirtha Goswami Maharaj And Srila Madhava Maharaj is his direct Diksha Gurudev, so many names. So, so he'll be known throughout this article as Gurudev. Srila Prabhupada answered that he had no objection, and he requested his disciple, Srila Bhakti, Bhakti Dwight Madhav Maharaj, to invite him. So Srila Gurudev first went to his house, but he didn't find him there. His wife sent him with an orderly to his laboratory, and there Gurudev met with the scientist on the second floor, where he was sitting in a corner of a huge loft, engaged in his research activity. Dr. Raman spoke neither Bengali nor Hindi, and so they both spoke in English. Upon being asked Dr. Raman the reason for his coming by Dr. Raman, Srila Gurudev answered, a large month-long religious gathering is being held by the Bhag Bazar Gaudiya Math, so many names, at Janmastami. On each day, a different dignitary confirmed by direct sensory experience. I cannot waste my valuable time with imaginary things. I value my time. I would prefer to attend any conference dealing with science or education, but not a religious one. So Gurudev said, your own students have been coming regularly to listen to the mutts Swamiji speak. It was their desire that you be honored in the same way that so many other eminent personalities in Kolkata have. I have been asked by my Gurudev to invite you, so please accept our invitation. Dr. Raman then challenged Srila Gurudev, can you show me your God? If you can show me, then I will go. So one side of the lab room in which the conversation was being held was a windowless, doorless wall, on the other side of which lay the whole North Kolkata. Srila Gurudev asked, I can see nothing on the other side of this wall. But if I say there is nothing there, will that be true? Gurudev then asked him, Dr. Raman answered, perhaps you cannot see what is there, but I could with appropriate instruments. So Gurudev asked him, there is a limit to what your instruments can do. You can see only as far as they allow you. Can you say there is nothing beyond these limits? Dr. Raman replied, never mind, I will not waste my time on this. I will not give any attention to anything which is not within my sensory experience. I will only spare my valuable time if you can actually show me God himself. Can you do it? Gurudev said, if your student what would you say? So Dr. Raman said, I would make them realize it. Gurudev said, can you make them realize before teaching them? No, I would first have to show them the process by which I have come to realize this truth. They will have to follow that process if they want to have the same realization as I do. First, they have to earn their BSc degree, then their MSc. Then they will have to study with me for another 5 years. Then I will be able to make them understand. So then Gurudev said, if that is true for you and your scientific knowledge, then can the seers of ancient India not say exactly the same thing as you? Follow their process and see whether or not you can experience the existence of the soul, the supersoul, and God. You are not able to show the scientific truths that you profess to your students until they adopt your process. Similarly, if you want to experience or understand God, you have to follow the process. If it does not happen, then you can deny his existence. But how can you deny his existence without following the process? So Dr. Raman couldn't answer. After a few moments of silence, he said, I know nothing about Krishna. If I go, I will be able to say nothing. It would be better off inviting someone who knows something about the matters. Srila Gurudev's quick-mindedness and presence of mind was such that it was impossible to get away with an illogical statement in his presence. Such capacity does not come with simple book learning. Only one who has surrendered himself to his spiritual master and who has come to direct realization of the truth through his mercy can display such divine power. To such a person, a display of intelligence without basis in realization cannot get very far. So these preachers are very intelligent. Um, and a free pass to my milkman. You can ask them for anything that you want. So, it's a bother. The mutt treasurer can give us money. It's a bother. The mutt treasurer can give us money in advance. So if we need anything, then we can just ask the treasurer. Or we can do bhiksha, because brahmachari sannyasis would beg a little bit at each home, not even because they needed anything, but to benefit the homeowner. So then he was extremely impressed with them. These are really saints. And then sometime later, some other devotees came to the house, and they were, knowing that the man was a rich man, they would beg this, they would ask him for this, that, and the other thing. And then Mr. Lal, do you remember this? Can you tell the rest of it?
No, can you finish, please?
Then Mr. Lal asked Srila Bhakti Madhava Maharaj, did you send them? I'm not so clear on the rest of the details. Did you send them? No, they haven't come from us. Well, how did you know that they weren't sent by you? Because I would have instructed them not to ask for anything. So they just came on their own. Because householders very often experience that so-called sadhus come just to fill the belly and take advantage of the householders. And so they're not real saints. And I have to have three, even in the previous institution that I used to live in, there were complaints by householders and I have to have 2 lemons and this much salt, and just lots of asking.
I remember that it said that Mr. Law was so moved by their conduct from this specific situation because he was so used to so many experiences that people were asking so many times, can we have this, we need this, we need this, and they just wouldn't accept anything from him.
Yeah, so what he's saying for the live stream, Kadagwaja Prabhu, is that he was so moved by their conduct of renunciation and politeness because he had already had so many experiences of people misusing him in the name of being saints. All right, and then how long, Basanti? How long do we want to go? There's no Harinam today, so it's okay to go a little longer. And then there's the kitchen meeting, right?